much, everyone, for joining. We'll be admitting people as we go on. I know we've all heard the headlines and the rolling headlines, if I'll put it that way. A lot of things have been going on regarding children being abducted from schools and outside school as well. So maybe I'll start with the children to just give. Let me start with Chidima. How do you feel seeing these headlines and hearing these stories about young children being kidnapped from school and all the things going on?
I feel scared, and I'm honestly wondering if maybe what if that could be me, and like how the children would be feeling in that position and how scared their families would be for them.
All right. Olivia?
I feel I have a sense of empathy for them, and I also feel grateful that I'm not one of them. And at the same time, I also am sorry and scared for them because I also think about like how that could maybe be me.
All right.
But thank goodness.
All right. Efana, do you want to say something? Efana, you can speak Hausa if you want. Do you want to say something? He's joining us from Kebbi. Okay, let's move on to someone else. Adebayo Adewale. That's Esther. She's joining us from Idonri, Ondo State. Esther, can we see your face, please? All right, let's go on to Mr. Fashiono, who is a teacher, and you get to deal with children. You're hearing even staff members are victims as well. How do you feel when you hear reading the headlines that we have now?
It's terrible. I don't really know how to express my feeling because it's sad. I think apart from the federal government, the state government should be proactive with this security. It's getting louder and louder and louder. They go into schools. The teachers, the last one, I think the principal was killed.
The vice principal, yes.
And the teachers, some of the teachers, yes, was and the teachers were attacked because they were trying to protect the children.
Yes.
I really don't know how to really express myself because I think the governors, the local government, the senators should be really, really involved in these things. Just like the speakers, the first speakers have said, the tension around the area. I don't know how these children, because we are adults, we could have more sense of what's happening. They are younger. It's going to be something that even for most of the rest of their life, the effect of most of those things that happen there will still have a long time to be cleared out of their mind.
Yes.
Because
All right,
people just come in and so many things happen to those people there because it's usually the girls, not more of the boys they kidnap or they attack. Usually the girls.
we've had boys as well. Remember the 344 boys, the Kankara Boys School that they went to a few years back and took over 300 boys. So boys are not left out. And I think this last kidnapping, you have boys and girls all together in this. Probably, as some are saying, some of the security experts are saying, maybe they want to use them as human shields in case they're being smoked out or something like that. But at the end of the day, the children and the staff members are victims and they're scarred. We have Esther Adebayo joining us from Idonri, Ondo State. Esther, you're reading the headlines. How do you feel about this? What's going on in the country?
Okay, what I feel about the insecurity going on in Nigeria is that it's not fair. About the government should take a step, should take practical steps so that all those things will be able to stop, and let us join hands together. Then Nigeria will be able to rise again. And what I feel about it is that how because some of it that I heard is that they usually abduct girls, 25 girls, they adopted them in the school. Even I haven't heard about boys most times, but I hear about the girls. They usually abduct the girls, and I don't feel like that one is good. Even they said the bandits, they usually rape the girls when they abduct them, and this is not fair. That's what I feel about that. It's too bad for the government to allow them to be practicing this kind of things.
All right, Mr. Yusuf, quickly, there is a lot, as Chidinma said, and Olivia as well, a lot of what ifs. What kind of what ifs will be playing in the minds of not just the children, their parents as well at this point? What if? What if? What then?
Well, okay, thank you. And then it's a whole lot, and the trauma of this is not what we are even just going to be dealing with now. It's a trauma of what we are going to be having to deal with in years to come, because there are quite some children that I lived a good part of my last 10 years. I lived 8 years in the north before I came down to Lagos, and I especially in Zamfara State. So, and that was where primarily you have the issue of banditry and school issue. And we have to severally locked up schools, even private schools. There was a time, I think, for like 3 months, no school was opening in the whole of Zamfara State, and issues around that time. So the what is that it's that the fear of being alone is in the heart of students. It is the what if I am being kidnapped now? I'm never going to see my parents again. I'm never going to see my dad again, my mom again, the loved ones I ever had. And what if I come back and I'm never the same person again? I'm never the same person, the same child, like the young girl that spoke now just told us, like, how am I going to feel when I come back, and will I be bold enough to tell? Will I find the courage to tell somebody if I get raped or I get touched in a very unusual way at a very prime age when I felt to be protected? And you know that the issue of safety, it is that a child should be protected. Every child is looking for safety, and the first thing, the first hierarchy that they want to first experience in life is the need that the assurance that I am safe. And so there are many what ifs in the heart of the child, in the heart of the student, the pupils. What if I go to school now and somebody come in during the lesson and take me away and snatch me away when I'm trying to learn? What if I didn't get back home? What if I go this morning and I'm not coming back in the afternoon? So these thoughts are very valid in the heart of pupils in the schools now. And for parents, it's a callback. Like I was reading the headline was yesterday morning that when which state, one of the states declares school closed. Okay, I know they declare all FGGC
Quite a
school
number of states now.
federal government school is the rate at which parents in Abuja, parents are going to school to withdraw their children, to pick up their children as though, because there's this, what if it's my child next? What if it's my daughter next? Some of them are the only kids, the only child of their parents. And what if I'm never going to see her again, see him again? What if he's going to be ever gone forevermore? So we know that there's this fear, there is this anxiety that is suddenly arising, and is becoming consistent in the heart of both students and both parents. And so that is bringing a lot of stress, even stress of heart to students, and loss of concentration, lack of trust in the heart of parents, and so and others. So I think these are the what ifs I can actually point out in what we are dealing with here.
Yes. Mr. Fashino, we're sitting in a country where we have over 10 million children that are out of school. Now schools are being closed. We don't know when they will open. What impacts do you think? We've been assured that this will not affect the curriculum or the calendar for the schools. What impact do you think this will have again? Mr. Yusuf, please feel free to comment on this. Well, let me start with Mr. Fashino. What impact is this going to have on this issue of out-of-school children? It definitely will add to the number, don't you think?
It will. The problem, I heard on the news that the federal government is trying to start an online school. But we are talking about internet connection and all those stuff, because even during the COVID, it wasn't as effective as they planned. So I think most of the children is still going to have problem of out of school, because when you are talking about the rural areas, they don't have light, they don't have electricity, internet connection, and all those stuff. So probably it's still going to have a very negative effect on the total outcome of the children.
Okay, Mr. Yusuf?
Okay, so the issue is this, most times in most of my experiences, I've seen that it has never been effective when government say that we are going to meet up. I remember the time that I said school was closed in Zamfara State, and I was there. And I saw that when school resumed, we could only come back to be struggling because it was as if we are going to use another first time, second time, third time. We're only going to be told that, oh, sorry, that first time was gone. And then what you have to do the first time, can you merge it with what you're going to do the second time? And then we're looking to perform a magic. And normally, our system doesn't even, the way our system is being run and our curriculum, it's even impossible most times for children to be able to finish their curriculum that is assigned for them in a term or in a particular session. So when government says that, oh, we are going to meet up, oh, we'll find a way around it, it's not always something that is possible. And at the end of it, especially in the north, it's going to be bad. Do you know why? The reason is because when they are not going to school, and within the next 2, 3 months they're not going to school, those that will get married will get married. No matter how young they are, the young ones will be sent to marriage because the Malam will believe that, oh, there's nothing you're doing at home again. You're not going to the school we're going to think you're going to go to, and there's somebody here running around the corner of the house. Then go to your husband's house. It's not her choice. She's just going to go. So it's going to add up to out of school children. It's going to add up to number of students. Even the boys, they're not going to go anywhere. They're going to be at home. We have more criminals. We have more street fighters. We have more kids around that has no clue for what they want to do for their lives. So it's going to add up. It's not going to actually bring anything. Okay, going to I heard Mr. Fashioner said that they're planning to do online classes. Unfortunately for us, we don't have foresight. Most times we don't have foresight, which is the challenge for us. We usually want to do a remedial. We are always in the remedial form. Now, this online school, it's not a thought. It's not something that even the ministry are not prepared for it. So now online school, WAEC has been announcing that they're going to do CBT. The government is fighting them. Oh, push it to 2030, push it to 30. Okay, it's not going to happen 2026. Now, see, because WAEC is saying, okay, we are ready 2026, they say we think we are not ready. And that's now the same government that think that WAEC is not ready 2026 is coming to tell us that, okay, they're going to do online school. When did they start planning online school? When are they going to execute it? Who are the people? Are they people in the MAGA KB state that are going to implement online school? How? So these are the things that in our implementation, when we want to come up with a solution, we come up with actually a defeated solution before they even come to blend. So we are going to have more out of school children.
All right. We've now been joined by Ms. Gift Umoru, who is a teacher, and we've been joined by Mojola Kolawole. Mojola, what do you understand about what's going on? Have you been listening to the news or your parents talk about abductions?
Yes, I have, ma'am.
All right. So what do you think is going on in the country, and how do you feel when we hear such things?
Sorry, Ma, could you please repeat the question again?
What do you feel is really going on, and how do you feel hearing about these school abductions?
Okay, I feel like the country is not really trying hard enough to work out the large amount of people who have that are not going to school, because they said they want to start online schools. Most of our population don't even have access to digital devices, talk less of the money to pay for online school. So I feel like that would be really useless. And they should try and like open more government schools. And other than that, try and like coerce the children on the roads to go to school. It's for their own and try and like enlighten them why they should go to school.
All right. Do you feel safe? Chidima, Olivia, anybody can answer. Do you feel safe going to school? Chidima, can you hear me? Chidima, do you feel safe going to school?
Well, I would say I feel safe because the kidnapping happened in the northern part of Nigeria and we're in like the western part. But I still have I still like question myself about it. But most of the time I feel safe since we're not in the part of Nigeria where it took place. But we'll never know, something like that could happen in Lagos. But yeah.
All right. Esther from Idonri, do you feel safe going to school?
Yes, ma, I can say that I'm safe when I'm in my school because it's usually happen in the northern part of the country, just like Chidima has said. I feel safe, but I actually question myself also that because it's not for the other girls in the northern part of the country, especially, they do not feel safe. So I just feel pity for them, but I feel safe in my school and there's nothing happening, but we need to take a step so that it won't get to my community.
Okay, that doesn't happen. We hope you stay safe and more kids stay safe. We've been joined by Madam Bessie George, who is a parent. How concerned are you, Bessie? Thank you for joining us. How concerned are you with what's going on? And how do you explain to your children what's happening in the country? Can you hear me, Bessie?
Is it me?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Me?
Yes. How concerned are you about what's going on, and how do you explain to the children around you, your children, about what's going on?
I'm very concerned with what is going on in the country right now. Like, let me give an instance. My son went for a shoot on Sunday, and it was like, Mommy, I was like, when is it going to be over? He said, I could come back anytime, midnight, whatever we are done. And I told him, no, 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 this is not the time to do that in this country. That whatever, if you don't finish on time, just stay there, then in the morning. On. So I have to explain to him, tell him reason why he should do that. That is very, very, you don't work late at night because the country is no longer safe. Why not the police harassing young men, but the kidnapping and everything going around. So I'm very concerned as a parent about when children go out, monitor them, call them, check on them until they get home. And I mean, as a parent, it's actually very, very concerning. I don't think any parent should take it lightly, to be very concerned. Even when they go to school, you should be very concerned until you never take them and bring them back, whatever means that they used to going to school. So I think every parent should sit up and not take it lightly. Say something about just being the north. No, it's not just about the northern part. They are in the south. No, it will happen anywhere. So we should be very alert at all times as parents.
All right. We have someone who is actually in Kebbi. I'm trying to get him. All right. Do you want to tell us what's going on with
Can't hear you.
what? Can you tell us what is going on where you are? Tell us your name and where.
Me? Okay, me?
Yes.
Me? Okay. My name is Godwin Goodluck and I am in Idorin in Ondo State.
Oh, okay. I think I mixed it up. All right.
Yes.
Um,
And the insecurity in Nigeria.
yes.
It is very threatening in my schools now. Sometimes I feel safe why sometimes I don't feel safe, because we don't know what can happen anytime. Because let's not say that it's only happening in the northern part. No, it's not like that. But because we don't know what can happen any day. Because sometimes Boko Haram may just burst into our communities at any time or at anywhere. So we don't need to say that we are either safe or not safe in any place that we find ourselves, because corruption is everywhere. So I'm trying to say now that our government to put more effort in providing security for different communities, like the militaries, putting them in different communities, for us to be other free-minded, living our life freely. So that any danger coming in or any busters, any Boko Haram's communities, we should just be alert early by the military or by the officers in charge.
Government is saying and doing a lot of things already. That. Do you think it's enough? Ms. Gift, please. That's all that done by government so far. There is a security cordon in some. Can somebody, Godwin, can you mute yourself? Can you, do you think enough is being done by government so far? Because it's the hydra-headed problem. I don't envy those in government at the moment. Do you think government is doing enough at this point? Ms.
Ma, make sure meeting say hello. Make sure meeting. Meeting you.
Okay.
Corruption in insecurity in Nigeria.
Okay. Ms. Gift? We can't hear you. Unmute yourself, please. All right. Anybody, we've heard so many things. Is there something you're happy about that the government is doing already and what you think should be concentrated on to improve what the situation is? Because the children must exercise their right. Anyone, Chidima, Mojola, Olivia, anyone? Yes, Chidima.
I'm happy that the government has sent lots of troops of officers so they could rescue some children, and they have rescued a total of 50 children so far. So I'm happy that they're actually making an effort to make sure that the children are rescued.
Well, in that case, we understand that these children, 50, are the ones that managed to escape before they got to the camp of the kidnappers. So, okay, we'll give kudos to government, at least they're safe. Does anyone have anything to say about what's being done and what should be done?
Okay, I have something to say.
Yes,
Okay. I have something to say.
all right, go ahead.
Speak on. All right.
Okay. So I want to talk about what they've done and what needs to be done.
Right.
Though the governments have been trying, just like what Chidima said,
Yeah.
but we want them to take more steps, more practical steps that will be able to make the country more safer for the children and everyone at large. Because the nation's progress is only as strong as the safety of its people. Because many Nigerians no longer feel safe in their homes, on the roads, or even in schools. So imagine when people will just wake up and begin to say, what kind of evil is going to come on today? How am I going to do it now? Will I go to school? Will I do this thing? Will I do that? So what I'm speaking about is that I want the government to take more steps so that the nation can be safe for the people, can be safer for everyone in the country. So we'll be able to be free-minded, no, we'll be able to have peace and our education, especially with the children, our education will be safer for us and our future will be safe. That's all I have to say.
All right. Quickly before you go, Esther, you're a member of the Ondo State Children's Parliament. What are you saying to your government? I know you have met recently. What are you saying to people around?
Please,
What can we do?
can you come again?
Government.
Can you come again? Ma, please, can you come again?
What can we do to work with government, the communities and the people, to work with government to improve what's going on, to improve the situation?
Okay, for we the children on the state children parliamentarians, the thing we can do is that to support the government. What we have to do is that we need to take a step and we are going to ask support from the government. It's until we have the government support before we are able to do something in the communities. So when we have the government support, we'll be able to take steps about the children, because we all about the children that we are focusing on, the children parliamentarian. So when we have the government support, we'll be able to take a step, like when we go to the schools, something like, well, the children should not be bullied. We should be able to have more professional armed forces so that the children will feel more safer in their citadel of learning.
All right,
So
thank you.
all I have to say is that when we have the government support, we'll not be able to do anything.
All right, thank you, Esther. Olivia, what can we do to improve our own safety communities and work with government? Let's do it quickly before the time goes off. You speak.
Pardon? Please, can you state your question again?
What can we do as a communities to improve security and to help government in what it's trying to do to keep us safer?
Okay. I think that we should make sure that the government knows that they should have a little bit of improvement in what they're doing, because what they're doing is helping us a little, but it's not doing a big impact, and it's going to get worse if they keep being slow about it.
All right.
And we should also be able to so that people can have opportunities to learn, not just waiting on the government to do something.
All right. Mojola, quickly, 1 minute.
Okay, I feel like we can support the government by staying alert and reporting suspicious activity nearby, and we can also like organize watch groups, and we can work with local agencies to like protect schools nearby. And parents and teachers can teach their children basic safety skills. And if we feel like the government is not really working that well, we can like peacefully demand better security from the government.
Fantastic, fantastic. Mr. Fashino, you've gone into the dark.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Just 30 minutes, 30 seconds, 1 minute.
It's a national thing, and I think the government should really come out. It shouldn't be in the northern states, because now you have Boko Haram. People are seeing them. They are seeing them in some other southern states coming to do a lot of things. It's going to disrupt a lot of things. So I think the government should be more proactive, and we should have more of the news people telling us, giving us what is happening, informing us, and telling us how we should care about, and the movement of this Boko Haram coming into all different communities. Because they usually come into a community, leave, attack another community, leave. I think the government should do more, just like the people are saying, because we as individuals, we don't carry guns.
Yes.
So the security is left for the police and the military people. So I think they should be more proactive. It should be an emergency. It should be a national emergency now. Because you are just saying that not. We don't know when it will come down here. And they are getting more powerful. Videos online are showing them coming in.
Yes.
In thousands, not
yes.
even in hundreds.
Yes.
So I think the government is more proactive, if not for the children, because
The government also
it should be a national thing now, emergency thing.
yes, as
It
much
should be a national emergency thing that all the governors, the senators, all the political whatever they are, they should be more proactive to take care of the nation now.
all right. Thank you so much. Bessie, quick roundup because we're running out of time. Quick roundup. What can we do to support what government is doing?
Well, to me, they're not doing enough, and I really want the government to do more. But if one of the things I do want to suggest, government should accept feedback from people.
Yeah.
Most people give information. People think when things are happening around and they give the information to the government, there's need for them to act on it instead of covering it up. And access to press, very, very important too. Also, I noticed that the press is highly suppressed. So we should give access to press to give out accurate information so that everybody around, everyone, all the communities will know what is going on and how to take precaution
All right. Thank you so much.
for the safety of the children and everyone around.
All right.
Yeah.
Please Gift quickly, 30 seconds. All right. Who is Praise? Praise. Okay, go.
She's not around. Okay. Okay, I should start, right? In
Hello, ma.
30 seconds.
Quickly, 30 seconds, yes.
In 30 seconds, what I really suggest that the government should be doing and what should be I really know that the government have tried, but they really need to improve something more. Ma'am, please come again.
The government, how we can support the government.
Okay, how we can help the government. Okay, as a children. For us to help the government, we have to report some suspicious actions in our environment. Any action that we see that is suspicious and is unworthy to be in the society, we have to report to some of the local agents that we have nearby. After that, I believe that some of the local agents have communication in the urban cities, highways, and they will report to the federal government or to any of the leaders, and then they will know how to react with it. So any suspicion action should be reported to the local agents.
Mr. Yusuf, are you still there? You have the honor of having the last minute. Are you still there?
Yes, I am.
All right, just to quickly in a minute, what we should do to a psychologist to help hope with these
okay.
coping.
Okay, so what we should do. Okay, so what we should do, first as individuals, and we have a responsibility that we're not more troubles to other channels. So people need more from us to hear that yes, it will be well. So people need to say well. So I think that's all I'm just likely to say.
I think we should equally tighten our securities, and we should teach our children more to stay indoors. We should equally tighten our securities, and the government needs to give us easy access to the press, to the media, because these bandits that everybody are talking about, they are coming online. I feel like their audacity is too much. They come online. The last one I saw, they came online on TikTok they came live
to dare the
because they are
government.
not even scared of anything we can do. Yes, they are not scared. They came on live. I saw it and I even posted it so people can see it too. And the government really needs to take action, like a lot of action. I feel like they're not doing enough because these people are not meant to be that bold. They are not meant to be that bold at all, because it's happening in the northern parts. We do not know when it's going to get to us here. So we just need to, I think we just, as parents, we need to inform our children the best way we can about what's happening, and equally tighten our securities and our local securities too. We need to tighten it, and any information we get, we should quickly, as fast as possible, we should quickly let it be known. We should quickly give it out in a way it can get to the government. So I think that's what we need to do. We need to give any information, and we need to let the kids know that this is not the time for movement. This is not the time you need to just go out without informing your parents and all that. This is the time where you need to let your parents know all your movements, your location, the time you get to where you are, and all that. We need to let our children know that they need to stay more indoors this period, because it's not safe out there at all. For me, the government are not really doing anything. They are not putting in all their efforts. They're not really putting in all their efforts, because this thing causes insecurities for children. So we just need to tighten our security to our local securities in our areas, and let our children know that it's not safe to go out for now. It's not safe, except maybe you're just going out around your area, your environment. It shouldn't be too far from where you stay.
All right.
So we should let them know that this is a different thing presently.
All right. Mojola, what do the kids talk about this this news that we're talking about? What do the kids at school talk about what do they say when they're talking about it?
Sorry, Ma, come again.
Mojola, what do the kids talk about when they're talking about the headline, this issue we're talking about? What do they say when you guys are gathered at school, probably talking about the headlines? What do they say? What are the kinds of things they say?
But we're just like, oh, like our government is not really trying that. If we were the ones up there, that would have actually tried better to address the situation, and that if the government actually wanted something to be done, they should actually put in effort. Like they should, even their police officers said, they're not even really trying. And when we're talking, we're always like, oh, we want to go to another country. Somebody is saying they want to go to Canada. Somebody saying they want to go to US. I'm saying I want to go to what do you call it? Britain. So everybody always has their different views, and then I'm always like, we should just let the government do what they are going to do, because at the end, when it comes to our own turn, we'll do our own thing too. But then we're always like, the government should actually try. And those Chibok girls, we talked about them like 2 weeks ago, that some of them are still there.
Yes, some of them are still there. How do you what goes through your mind when you think about it? Like when you guys were talking about the Chibok girls, what went through your mind? Or your minds, your other friends as well? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Mojola? Olivia? Olivia, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. I was just asking Mojola, what do you guys talk about when you're all together, when you're discussing this incident, this issue of insecurity, kidnappings? What do you guys talk about? She's given me some. What do you guys say when you're all together? Young people.
We say that we basically talk about like how it's basically not really like fair, and how we are grateful that we're not one of them, and also how maybe not now, but in the future, how we can change, or how we can let our parents know how to change whatever is going on.
What are your suggestions?
Probably doing like a fundraiser or using any of our skills and talents to try and get us money, or like try and get us in a position to speak with the government about what's happening.
Okay. If you had to come face to face, in rounding up now, if you had to come face to face with the president or the leaders, the other leaders as well, what would you want to say? What would you say? Mojala, let me start with you. Regarding this topic we're talking about. Mojala, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Well, if you had to come face to face with the leaders, including the president, what would you say to them regarding this issue?
I would say that.
President Bola Tinubu.
Pardon?
If you were standing face to face, they said, Mojola Kolawole, go speak to the president about the situation. What would you say?
I would say that the rate of insecurity we have in Nigeria is terrible, and that even, I'm not saying they should work out the problem overnight, it's not a miracle, but they should at least show effort and they should try. They should increase the number of forces they put everywhere. They could put watch guards, because abroad they have like police officers just posted places. Not like as if you call them only when you need the help. Because in Nigeria now, they only come out when you need the help. But they should be like posted there watching out. And they should try and reduce the amount of bribery and corruption that goes on in the police department.
All right. And the politicians? So that's it. You think with that, every problem is gone? The problem we're talking about is gone. Do you believe that? All right, Olivia, we're rounding up now. If you had to meet the president today, what would you say to him?
I would probably say I would first speak about how there's so much insecurity in Nigeria, and first ask the president how he personally is trying to change it. And with whatever answer he gives, I can put him some little tips to help, because the more help, the better. And he should be able, with all the power he has, he should be able to work it out faster than he is doing now.
All right. We've been joined by Mr. Gaspar Babatunde. Mr. Babatunde, you're a parent. How do you talk about this issue with your children?
Yeah, thank you very much for having me. I think it's really an issue of concern. And most times when I and the children are watching channels news or either of those stations, I try as much as possible to see their reactions. And most times it's so discouraging, it's so hurting, because they ask me several questions, and most times they ask me, why is it not happening here in Southwest? Why is it that it's always happening in the middle, in the north and all that? So I try as much as possible to make them understand that, well, insecurity is a major problem of this government, and even rejigging or changing the security formations, which the president did a few days back, hasn't really brought any major solution. Yeah, just like what Mojola said, she said the government should step up. So I think it's high time governments begin to think both in on and off the box, trying as much as possible to see how they can address this issue of insecurity. Because whether we like it or not, these same people live with us. They're in our society, they're in our communities. They are people we know. Some of them are our relations. Some of them are neighbors. They are our church members, our mosque members, community leaders, and all that. So for children, I want to say at this point that it's high time for every child to take responsibility of his safety. Even while you are in school, you are on your way to school, you are coming back from school, you're going to church. At every point in time, you must be security conscious. Why? Because even most people who children even look up to as role models, as guardians, even sometimes parents, uh, have turned back and in so many ways in becoming a disappointment to these children. So this topic that is being addressed today is a very sensitive topic. It's tailored towards reawakening the consciousness of our children, letting them know that we are in a society that is unsafe, and that government, in as much as government has done so much, it's as if they've done nothing. So every child moving forward should be sure be should live should be conscious of his or her safety, and I think that will go a long way in helping the children in in all they do and as they live on.
All right. Thank you everyone for joining. Do you want to say anything else before we close?
Yes, I want to say that there's a popular saying that the children are the leaders of tomorrow. So and I hope that maybe next year or soonest there's going to be the children parliament where they can also provide solutions to government. Yes, because yes, I think maybe we should work towards having the children parliament on security matters sometime next year, where they can now speak to their parents, speak to the community leaders, speak to politicians, speak to the presidency, the state governors. This affects us because anybody who dies out there, or who is a victim of insecurity, somehow, some way, is related to somebody who has a father, or who has a mother, or who has a child. So I'm so happy that the children are engaged in such a topic at this moment, so that it would bring about the consciousness of security within the societies that we live. So I just pray and hope that such a security summit for the children next year would help and put government on top of their feet and ensuring that things are done properly.
All right. Thank you so much. Final words to the girls. Final word from the girls to the kids out there who are victims. What you want to say to those children out there now?
I would like to tell them that they should keep being strong, that we will try as much as possible to help them, and we are praying for them that very soon it's not going to be exactly how bad it is today.
All right. Majala, you have the final word.
I would say that don't be afraid, that the God that you served before you got kidnapped will bring you out of that darkness. And just like he did for the Israelites, where he brought them out of captivity, you also be brought out of captivity into a new light, into a better world where hopefully you wouldn't have to have that experience again. So just hang in there, don't change your faith, and just believe in the God you serve.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Mr. Gaspar, Olivia, Olatunde, Mojola, Kolawole, and the others who were there from the start. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. I hope you join us next time on this special episode of the Junior Citizens. Thank you so much.